Hello everybody, NIO Lifer here. Life goes on without access to a NIO car, so I decided to walk over to BMW next door to get myself a comparison video done for the upcoming Firefly cars. So this is the best comparison car I can think of to a Firefly, and this is the Mini Countryman electric. Oh no, sorry, it's Aceman. Aceman S. Looks a bit like a Countryman from the side. Aceman S, full electric, and it's also made in China. It's made by Great Wall, I was told, in Shanghai. Yeah, the blinking is going off. Even has the badging, says Mini. I bet this car is not available in United States, so this will be great car comparison to have before the Mini, the competitor, the number one competitor Firefly coming out, and gets you. Oh, it's blinking. Okay, so all right. First of all, I've never driven this car before until today. This is a very fresh experience, and the last Mini I drove was a Mini convertible gasoline car. It was one of the first pictures I posted on my old social media Instagram account when I was promoting Bitcoin Cash, and I think it was even the very first picture of me is in the Mini convertible. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Mini actually, and my friends, I recommend them to buy Mini all the time. However, this one I'm not so sure. Not because I don't like the car, it's because for the money you have to spend and the quality. Let me show you. Just a few quirks I realized that it's a bit weird. I don't want to say anything bad about this car because I'm still a BMW fan, and Mini is a great brand, long history, long pedigree. But let me show you a few things. I came to this road here so that I can do testing without too much. And thanks for Pro Car next to the showroom of NIO, that providing the test drive. Let me just show you something, okay? I don't want to say anything wrong, so that you know that this is unbiased. I'm truly unbiased. I'm looking at it from a pure customer perspective. Okay. Now, first of all, switch on the car, pedal on the brake, and then you twist this thing. Now look how flimsy this looks and feels. This is all full plastic. It feels like a toy, but made not even as well as a Lego piece. This feels like something that is, anytime if you twist too hard, it'll break. So the touch and feel feels very, very cheap. Not a little bit cheap, very, very cheap. Look how much play is in there. Now it's to switch on the car, you have to twist. It feels like I'm switching on a toy car. It has the color scheme of a toy car. It has the buttons and the plastic things of the toy car. And the volume, like here, this is also a lot of play. And this is a gear shifter. B is for one pedal driving. D is just for gliding. But, okay, let me show you something. I go into reverse. I want to see the difference between a Chinese car, and this is also Chinese, but a German engineered car in reverse. Look at the camera. Just look at this camera. Okay, I'm gonna reverse. There's a bike guy in the back. I can see it in the mirror here, so I'm not gonna run him over. But can you see them on the camera? Very hard to see, right? I'm almost there. I'm about to run him over. The cameras suck. This is not a camera for such an expensive car. Now the toggle, go forward is that, and then look at the display, the head-up display. This head-up display is extremely difficult to read, depends on where your head is. Unlike if it's unlike the NIO's display in ET7 is in the glass. I cannot compare these two cars. They're two different categories. But this particular display is not very usable. I cannot read a little bit. I can't read the whole thing because my head is too high. So to be able to read everything, you need to be extremely careful. So that's another thing. Then comes the range. Look, the car is almost fully charged. The battery range is 260 kilometers. This is the long range car. 260 kilometers is not good. Really not good. You need 350 minimum for long range. Short range, 250 is fine. But long range, 260, It's not good enough. People will not buy this car. And look at the average consumption since I drove 7.4 kilometers, 21.3. Are you kidding me? My i3S only needs 15 to 16. Why do you need 21.4? Where did that energy go? It's not that cold today. Today is 8 degrees and we're set to 20 degrees. It's not super cold or anything. So those are the small things. And then this is at least leather. This is okay, but the dashboard feels like a toy. Everything looks like a toy. The texture is that this is all hard plastic. Look how easy to leave a mark behind. My finger, not even finger scratching. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the front and turn around. Meanwhile, filming myself. I know it's not the best, but I don't have a lot of choice. I'm gonna go to the front and turn around here. Yeah, let me see if I can turn around here easily. Maybe I go behind the truck to turn around. This is a spot for a lot of people to come to do biking. Here's a good spot to turn around. And again, the toggles. This is such a frequent touch point. This feels like a toy. And look at this reverse camera. Are you able to reverse based on this camera alone? I can't do that. I'm using mirror right now. I'm just using the camera to point at it so you guys can see what I see. Those are the touch and feel points that is critical towards the luxury experience. And Mini is always supposed to be a luxury. Alright. Hopefully I'm not driving anybody over. That's a bike person. So 21.5 and the wheels are turning. That's funny. In the animation the wheels are turning. So the car drives fine, but it does not drive great. There's a difference of a great driving car and okay driving car. This car drives okay. The suspension is one thing I don't like. It's too firm. The car feels like springy. It just jumps over every pothole. Don't know why that is. Maybe it's a adaptive suspension. I'm not sure. You can sense for yourself. I'm holding my hand as much as I can. The road is not that bad, yet the camera cannot hold still because the suspension is so weird. Stiff. Way too stiff. This is not a sports car. Why do you make this so stiff? You're not trying to be a 911 here or the Cayman. And the traction is not that great either. Okay, I'm gonna switch the car off and make a conclusion video here because it's not safe for me to do. Now I have to touch the power button again. But look how much play this is. I want to know from people who have seen the Firefly, does Firefly feel so flimsy? Yes or no? The flimsiness gives you the feeling of this car is cheaply made. This should be aluminum and shouldn't have the play. It should be aluminum, it should be cold to the touch, it should be tactile, you should be able to feel the quality of the car. This is the thing you touch every day 3, 5, 6, 8 times. This is the thing you touch 20 times a day. These two things shouldn't have this much play. Look at this. This should not be here. This is cheaply made. I'm sorry, BMW or Mini. This should be changed ASAP. This is not right. This one also a lot of play. Those plays shouldn't be there. I twist and it feels like I just switched out a toy of a kid. Yeah, maybe that's what they are going for. The feeling of being young and playing with the toy. Okay, here's another thing. Here's a huge handle. What for? Why do you have the handle here? You don't need to hold on to the car while you are driving, right? You're not driving the car one hand and then the other hand holding like this to a dear life. The other side makes sense. For the passenger, yeah, but your passenger also have a grab handle there. But what is this for? What is this one for? And actually open and closing the cars here. Okay, I was intuitively thinking there's a button here or I need to pull this thing and so on. Why is it so prominent? But instead, this is probably the opening. Yeah, it is the opening. Okay, and then additionally, look at the speaker grill. This feels very cheap. This feels extremely cheap. The whole thing feels like a toy. Yeah. And the branding exercise is also a bit funny. Who is gonna see Mini here? Nobody's gonna read that. And of course, for this kind of price category, you should have automatic seats instead of they have manual seats. Now let's take a look at the back. Remind you once again, this is made in China. Really made in China, not just a little bit. The whole thing is made in China. Now the USB-C looks okay, but by the way, the door sounds cheap. This sound, one more time. This is not a good sounding door. And this handle again once here. In the back maybe makes sense. Here, particularly for the back seat. Yeah, okay, this is starting to make sense. This handle start to make sense. But for the front seat, why do you need a handle there? Couldn't you use this for something better, that space? Nobody's going to hang on for that on the left hand and right hand driving. That makes no sense. Yeah. And grab handle not available in the back. So you need those handles there. I do not understand what this handle is for. Such a prominent design element needs to be functional and look good looking. Need to be both. The textile feels okay, feels like a speaker grill, but cheaply made speaker grill. This is hard plastic, very, very hard plastic, super hard plastic. It feels cheap. This part feels a bit better. I think it's artificial leather, not sure, but at least feels a bit better. This would be better if the whole thing is like this, but I don't know why. And why you need a hole here when you're not even a race car. Okay, so other than that, seating wise, can only sit 4. You cannot sit 5. Or maybe you can sit 5? No, you can only sit 4. 1, 2, 2. No, wait, that's a third buckle here. You can sit 3. How are you going to sit 3 here with this little space in the middle? And there's a tunnel here in the middle as well. Why do we have a tunnel in an electric car? That makes no sense here. How are you going to sit in the middle? Let me try it. The fifth seat is going to be impossible. Let me just give it a try. I'm not trying to make this car look bad, but right now it does look like I'm trying to make the car look. And my suit got caught in the back by this thing. I think it destroyed my suit. Something just caught my suit. Oh, this thing caught it. Okay, never mind. Let me see if I can buckle myself in. This seat is a crime against humanity. This is not legal. This shouldn't be in here. Okay, this 5th seat shouldn't be here. Okay, where is it? It should be this one here. Okay. Difficult to get in. This is a crime against humanity. I can't. I'm gonna use the other one. It won't let me. Because it's designed not to be used, to be mixed up. So let me try one more time, differently. Okay, I buckle myself in. Let's see how much space I have for my seat. This is a crime against humanity. Okay, now I want to give you guys a look how little space the 5th seat has. You might as well not do the seat. Oh, what is this for? From here, around my waist. Sorry for my waist view. And then here. I'm basically strapped in the middle like a prisoner. And I don't feel safe. And I'm sitting on this hump here. Sorry for the cross shot. Not intentional. This is the hump that I'm sitting on. It is very uncomfortable. And my legs are intruding in both sides. This is impossible to use. I'm 180 or 180. Okay, that's my height. You go calculate in feet. I'm considered okay height for Australian standard and European standard, but I'm pretty tall for Asian standard. So visibility is alright from the back, but this seat shouldn't be here. This is a crime. This is a crime against humanity. They shouldn't have done it. This is really just a compliance seat to give people the feeling that it is a 5-seater, but it's not a 5-seater. It's a 4-seater. Right, this one feels cheap too. Sorry. Cheap. Yeah, that feels cheap too. This feels like an office chair, discount office chair, side armrest. A very discounted office chair armrest. Very, very discounted one. Also makes it feel cheap. So, in one word, cheap. Cheap is the way I describe this Mini. Cheap in every possible way. Probably the only thing that's not cheap about this car is most likely the price. I do not know the price, but I suspect it's not going to be that low. And everything else feels cheaply made. The only high quality components I can identify so far is the steering. Steering wheel is okay. Steering wheel still feels like a Mini. It's fine. Everything else feels cheaply made. It's not really premium. Must be the cost-cutting people who has worked on this thing very hard. So all in all, would I buy this car for a Mini experience? No. I will probably go for some other brand. Maybe a small BMW is better than this. Everything feels cheap. Everything feels cheap. All right, that's the conclusion of this review. As a comparison to Firefly. I hope Firefly doesn't feel cheap. And what I also want to say is, it's not going to be difficult to beat this car. So Firefly comes onto the market in Europe. I've demonstrated there's ample demand for such a car, and since that the main competitor is against this car, I see no problem winning against Mini. Also, the round display is very, very difficult to orientate. Your brain does not really register the round shape as well as the square shape. There is a reason why most displays are square and not round, because our brain doesn't work very well with the round objects. Those are things that you need to consider. Yeah. Okay. Thanks very much for watching this video. Have a fantastic day.